He is the quarterback of a 9-2 team going for a 10th win against the Atlanta Falcons this week. He's Case Keenum here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Case?
Doing well, Rich. How are you, man?
I am fine. How are you handling all the success that's happening right now for you?
Well, it could be a lot worse. It's been good. I've got a good team, man. We're enjoying this run. And we got great things still ahead of us. So that's what's cool about winning. Is every game is big, but that makes every the next game that much bigger. So we're going to go out and just keep doing what we're doing, trust our process, and just take it a week at a time.
What is the process? What is it for you, Case?
Man, it's do everything you can each day that you show up, and do everything you can to be the best player you can be. To give your team the best chance to win. And I sleep pretty good at night, knowing that I've done everything I can, and then I roll out there on Sundays, and I know that I've prepared. My team is prepared. We're well coached, well prepared, and that we're confident in our abilities and confident in being able to be successful against whoever we're playing.
Are you the same quarterback as you were when you were trying to get these opportunities in previous spots?
I'm the same but different. I mean, I've always said that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So I feel like I'm better.
How so?
I know I'm better.
How so?
A million different things. That's what experience gets you. That's why it's tough for guys in this league that don't play to get better. And I've gotten to play. I think I've started over 30 games. Got some priceless experience. From my second year on up to now. So I just watched our last game again and just graded myself out again, and things I'm going to work on this week to go out and beat the Falcons. So
where did you grade yourself poorly from Thanksgiving?
There's some better pocket movement that I could do, some better footwork, in the pocket that I can step up, trust my offensive line. There's always decision making that you want back, different places you want with the football that you can do better, based on what the defense is giving you. So, there's always stuff like that. I don't know if anybody ever plays a perfect game.
Case Keenum joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. Well, let's talk about the wait that you had to get these opportunities. What was difficult about the wait, Case? Seeing so many guys in the NFL who never get an opportunity. What's so difficult about that?
There's a lot of things. I mean, obviously I was a guy, even going back to high school, I wasn't very highly recruited, had one scholarship offer at the University of Houston, and then, coming out of college, wasn't sure what the draft would hold, did the combine, did all that stuff, and, felt good about having an opportunity at least, but nobody called on draft day, was undrafted. Coach Kubiak with the Texans gave me an opportunity there, and it was on the practice squad my first year. So it's just a matter of taking what you got and doing the best you can with it. Not feeling sorry for yourself, not getting too down, because at some point you're going to get a shot, and it's just about being ready when that time comes.
So, I mean, it's not as if you weren't showing up and showing out in Houston. I mean, you're still the all-time leader in passing yards, touchdowns, and completions. So what were you being told about why you weren't getting a call on draft day, Case?
I don't know. A lot of people may have, thought my height was one thing. Obviously we threw the ball around a lot. I don't know if people thought maybe it was our strength of schedule or who we were playing or what, but or being a system guy, I guess. That was one thing that I've heard a lot. Coming out was, a product of a system, which I think is kind of silly, because every offense out there is some sort of system. As a quarterback, myself, I try to fit myself to whatever system I'm in, and that was the offense that we ran, and I was just trying to be the best I can to be. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to be the best quarterback for this offense that I can.
And interestingly enough, as well as you have been playing and showing up and showing out, we all in the national media are waiting to hear Mike Zimmer say he's my guy. Period. End of story. Are you?
I'll be honest, man. I don't catch Coach Zimmer's press conferences. I don't watch a lot of NFL Network or any of that stuff.
Now hold on a second, Case.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay. All right.
During off season, man. I don't miss your show in off season.
I'm not on in the off season, but it's okay. No, keep going. What you're saying, go for it.
Oh, just saying that a lot of that stuff, man. There's a lot of people's opinion out there. And I'm not saying Coach Zimmer's opinion doesn't matter. I'm saying the media and what happens there. A lot of that stuff is just kind of white noise to me. I come in, I trust what my coaches say and coach me up to do. And when it comes down to it, I want this football team to win, and that that doesn't matter. What my role is, what they say my role is, whatever it is. I'm going to come in and be the best. Whatever it is they want me to be, I'm going to come in and be the best that I can be.
But the conversation, by the way, is that if you don't keep doing what you're doing, then Teddy Bridgewater's standing right there, and he's the guy that was drafted. He was the guy who they went to the playoffs with, your team did before you were there, and thus that's the guy for the future. You're not looking over your shoulder as you play football, Case?
No, I'm not looking over my shoulder. I know every time I go out there, you got to prove yourself. I mean, every time you do a podcast, Rich, you got to prove yourself. Or I'm sure there's 100 people out there behind you that that want your job too. I mean, are you looking over your shoulder?
Well, I look over my shoulder. I see my show name. You know what I mean? Like, I see it right there. You know what I mean? I'm feeling it. I
That's good. I mean, I love it. But there's people out there that want your job.
That's true.
And they're doing everything they can to do that too. And so for me, I know that there's a lot of people that want to be one of the 32. So I don't take it lightly. I don't dwell on that. I don't think that makes me a better football player by looking over my shoulder. So I just work on doing what I can do and being the best that I can be, and letting all that stuff work itself out.
All right. Hey, look, and it's neat. We had Thielen on the show just last week or 2 weeks ago, and his story is amazing too. I mean, just what you guys have been doing. Diggs, all of you guys. Rudolph obviously played for Notre Dame, which makes him highfalutin, being a Michigan guy. But, I mean, it just really is remarkable what you guys are doing. My last question for you is, do you feel that special sense in that locker room, knowing that you could stay in that locker room all the way to the very end, to the last game of the season with the Super Bowl in there, Case?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all feel that we've got something special going on. I think the guys on this team, I think we all feel the same way. When it comes to what's going on, I think everybody's smart enough to know that we don't have time to sit here and mess around with anything external that's gonna keep us from getting where we want to go. If I don't know if that makes sense, but we have too much at stake to worry about anything else. So we're going to keep doing our job. We're going to keep trusting our process, and that's what's got us here. And I think that's what'll take us home.
Okay. Well, Case, just know this. You're speaking to a member of the media who's very, we're all very thin-skinned. We have egos. You just, don't say you don't watch the network with the guy you're talking to.
Well, I told you, man. I got it on DVR.
Okay.
And I go through and I watch every episode in the off season.
In the off season. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the day after you pick the confetti out of your hair in your home stadium is what you're saying.
There you
go.
When
start watching.
That'll be it, and then I'll be calling you and talking about how you're doing and asking questions.
And asking me whether I had a good enough broadcast to keep doing my job. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Be like, what were you thinking taking that call from that dude, and what were you thinking on that one?
I don't quite like the tables being turned on me. I understand. Thanks, Case. Appreciate you calling.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it, man.
You bet. That's Case Keenum.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.